This time on Dream Builders, geometry for living, how points, lines, and angles shape a unique home in Virginia. Also a house in Northern California that blurs the line between indoors and out, and from an old gold mine springs a 14-carat community in the Colorado Rockies. These stories and more just ahead. Welcome back to Dream Builders. I'm Scott Morgan. This quiet place in Northern Virginia was an obvious place to build a dream home. But in Colorado, a piece of property was overlooked for decades before one developer saw something all the others failed to see. It's hard to believe this neighborhood in Breckenridge, Colorado is sitting on a gold mine. For years, the land was thought spoiled by dredging. But then developer David O'Neill came along.
The vision, simply stated, is a traditional neighborhood, with a sense of community and a sense of place. And the traditional neighborhood is just harks back to where we grew up, where you know your neighbors, the people that worked in town, lived in your neighborhood.
Settled in the mid-1800s, Breckenridge was a center for gold and silver mining for nearly a century. Today, it's one of the world's most popular resort towns, where luxurious second homes are the norm. But what's good for realtors and developers became a problem for local teachers, police officers, and town managers. According to the mayor, valued city employees couldn't afford to live where they worked.
We really had to find some way to make them true partners in our community. And partnership doesn't imply you work there and you live somewhere else.
A mile from Main Street, the alliance begins. Here in Wellington, roof pitches mimic the white peaks of the Rocky Mountains. Sweet sounds ring from front porches. And children's laughter rises from common courtyards. The 85-acre community is designed to offer Breckenridge locals a chance of home ownership. Community guidelines aim to keep home prices within an attainable range.
The first is we have everybody coming into the neighborhood has to sign an affidavit which says they work in Summit County. Secondly, we limit the appreciation so that over the years the home is going to go up only so much as the incomes go up.
George and Katie Hughes were among the first to move into the neighborhood. George is a police officer and Katie is a stay-at-home mom.
I did not want to live in the next county over. It's a 45-minute drive over a mountain range. And I thought, gee, every time I'm going to want to do something, I'm going to have to drive over that mountain range. And when we started looking, this was our only available opportunity.
Their cottage has 3 bedrooms and a yard with a picket fence.
We do still have an open floor plan, and we like the large open space, especially down here in the downstairs.
Having the kitchen right near the entry is an added benefit for Katie.
I was absolutely open to the idea of having the kitchen front and center. I love being able to be part of the conversation.
In the bedrooms, cove ceilings bring a snug feeling to the home.
In this type of environment where we have snow 8 months out of the year, it's always nice to come home and feel warm and cozy.
The Hughes cottage is one of 8 houses that surrounds a green space, a gathering place that fosters friendships.
I went outside to play with our 2 dogs, Herbie and Yukon, and the next thing I knew there was another neighbor out there and 2 more dogs, and we really caught up on what had happened the last couple weeks.
In another part of Wellington, Vicki Pierpont purchased half a Victorian double house on a corner lot.
It's a duplex, but most duplexes, are probably side by side. The difference with this is they're back to back.
A small business owner and grandmother, Vicki bought her 3-bedroom home after living in a cramped condo in downtown Breckenridge.
I wanted a yard. I wanted a place where my grandkids could come and safely play. I wanted my puppy to be able to go play.
Architectural features like 9-foot ceilings and the bay window give a sense of space throughout the first floor. Although bright sunlight splashes into the open living room, it was the once dark, unfinished attic that closed the deal.
I think one of the main things right off the bat was that there was an attic that I thought, wow, I can convert this into an office space.
Vicki modified her bedroom to include a ladder leading to her private study and added 3 skylights. Bunk beds in the second bedroom await a sleepover with the grandchildren, who now have their own permanent space in Vicki's home.
I can't tell you that there's one particular feature that I like. It's kind of the whole package. It's just more space than I've had for a long time.
And residents aren't the only ones pleased with the success of Wellington. In 2002, the Environmental Protection Agency praised the neighborhood as the nation's model for smart growth. And today, this golden community continues to thrive.
First came the prospectors, and then came the mining companies and the dredge boats. And now here comes the residents of the Wellington neighborhood, and we're now creating our own history